Hey, this is Dragon Feather, and I'm here to be doing a video on coming out of the broom closet and like tips to do so. And I believe this is very important because people who are just discovering the craft get very excited, and who are discovering these earth-based spiritualities get very excited because it's a very exciting thing. And when you go to tell somebody that in your family or who's close to you who is kind of skeptical on the topic and doesn't really understand or has bad experiences with it maybe, and you come out to them the wrong way and you go about it the wrong way, it's awful because it's hard to go back and it's hard to redo it, and it makes it very difficult to retell them in a positive light. And so that's why I believe it's very important to come out to them in a positive manner and use these 3 tips that I'm going to give you guys. But before I tell you guys the tips, I will tell you guys how I came out to my parents, because everyone asks if I'm still in the closet or not, and for the longest time I was in the closet to my mom. But I first came out to my dad, and he was the first person to know at all that I was pagan. He was kind of the one who, in essence, initiated it, to be honest. He took me to Barnes & Noble in the New Age section of the bookstore, and he wanted to show me something, and I don't even remember what he was trying to show me, but I found this book called Moon Spells, and I was so hooked on it, and I wanted it, and it was absolutely wonderful, and it was just lovely. And so I was like holding it the whole time, and I was like, Dad, like, can I get this? And he was iffy on getting it for me, but he ended up getting it for me. And now, like, most of my pagan books are from him. Like, he purchased them, and lots of my crafty things are from him, including the pentacle around my neck. He got this for my birthday last year, and it was, I don't know, he's just been so supportive, and it's been fantastic. And he was, like I said, the first person who ever knew that I was pagan, and it was very good experience. And then with my mom, however, I was very scared to come out to my mom. I had no idea what she would think. I had no idea what anything would happen, but ever since I started practicing, I wouldn't hide it in my room. Excuse me, like, I had my altars, you know, I had my my candles and my crystals. I mean, ever since a little girl, I would collect rocks, so that was nothing new to her. But I would, like, burn candles and incense and, like, just sit in my room and, like, meditate and stuff. And she ended up walking on me doing a ritual one time, and it scared the crap out of me because it was very early in my practice. I was burning paper as incense, and don't do that. It's bad. And she came in and she's like, it smells like a fire. And I was like, I was meditating. And she was like, oh, okay. And it wasn't a big deal, but she's just like, please don't burn paper. I will buy you incense. So that's how that happened. But anyway, I came out to my mom officially about a week and a half ago, and she was very cool about it. She was like, oh, okay. Like, it wasn't anything different than me having red hair now, kind of thing. She didn't make a big deal about it at all. And I've been easing her into it ever since I started practicing, you know, dropping little hints and stuff like that. Like, I've been very, very careful with how I brought my mom into it. And when I finally told her about it, she said, I searched you up, and Dragonflower, was it? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, my name is Dragonflower. It's Dragon Feather. So that was pretty cute of my mom to go about it like that. But she thinks it's great. She thinks that what I'm doing is fantastic, and that I have something. And she's like, if that's the worst you do, like, I'm pretty lucky to have you to be doing that instead of other things. And so she is very, you know, okay with it and cool about it. But because I was so careful with coming out to my mom, I will tell you guys what I did, and she's been so good about it and stuff like that, and I don't even know how she feels about the whole witchcraft thing. I mean, I didn't tell her that I was a witch, but I told her that I was pagan, so, I mean, she knows that much, and she knows of my channel. She could look it up, and she could see all the things I've done, and then she could pretty much guess. Hi, Mom. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, the first tip, that I used was to not make a big deal out of it. And I made sure I went about it as a very, like, natural thing, very nonchalantly, and not very emotional, just like, yeah, whatever. Can we go to the crystal store? Sure, kind of thing like that. Like, oh my gosh, can we go to the crystal store so I can, like, get crystals, so I can, like, meditate with them and, like, use them in healings and stuff like that? It wasn't like that at all. It was very, very chill, very relaxed. And when you guys go about it in a very chill and relaxed sort of manner, humans like to reflect emotions. So if you go at somebody all angry and assertive, they're going to come back at you like that. In a certain situation like this, if you go at somebody very calm and very collected and very knowledgeable, they're going to reflect you in the same kind of way. So that's my first tip, is to go about it in a very calm and very relaxed approach. And believe me, it really helps better the whole situation. And my second tip is to not yell at them if whoever you're telling, to not get angry if they reject your religion. And what I mean by this is, if they say, I don't want any of that devil shit in my house. I've heard that from a lot of people who think it's evil. I've heard some people who've burned books, Wiccan books and stuff like that. If they are going to be like that, if you reflect them in an angry manner, it's going to become an even bigger deal. But if you go about it in a very calm and collected tone, like I said, if they start yelling at you like, I don't want any of that devil shit in my house, just be like, you know, it's not satanic, it's not evil, it's just earth-based spirituality, and it's very natural, and it's not hurt anything at all. And if you just keep it very calm and very simple, and no matter how much they yell at you or no matter what they say to you, if you just be calm like that, then they're going to be kind of taken aback, like, oh, she's not yelling back at me. So something like that. And even if it gets too out of hand, then just say, okay, well, I guess right now is not the best time to talk about it, and end it right there. Because if you go any further than that, it's just going to be pushing buttons and creating an issue. And that's not what we want to do here. And my third tip is to know your shit, because they're going to have a lot of questions for you if they have no idea about it. Just like if I were to tell somebody that I play Yu-Gi-Oh, they're going to be like, what is that? How do you play? What is it about? Kind of thing. And I would tell them, I know a lot about it. So I could. But if you've just been practicing for a few months, you don't know everything. And trust me, you don't know everything, because I've been there. And don't come out to them that soon, because you're still in the beginning stages of learning and seeing if that's really the right path for you. And if you're going to come out to them, please know what you're talking about. If they say, well, what is it about? Say, if you're practicing Wicca, it is about a nature-based spirituality that focuses around, being outside in nature, worshiping nature, working with a god and a goddess, or male and female energies if you don't want to say god or goddess, male and female energies, and the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water. There you go. That is a very simple way of putting it, and that doesn't sound bad at all. And if they say, what about this witchcraft crap, like stuff like that, all you have to do is tell them the basic definition of witchcraft, which is the practice of manipulating energies to bring about change. And that's all that, that's magic. But witchcraft is more like divination and like stuff like that, like the fortune tellers, you don't have to tell her that much, or tell them that much, you can just pick a few things that you want to say to them and stuff like that. But please know your stuff, because if you don't know your things, they're going to not take you seriously, because even if you can't answer their questions, they're going to be like, I don't trust it, kind of thing. But if you can answer every single one of their questions in a calm manner and keep your cool when they get angry, they're going to respect you a lot more and take you a lot more seriously, because you're being mature about it. And when you be mature about it, it's impressive and it makes people want to listen. So that's what I have to say. And please, you guys, if you have any questions on if you have a specific situation that you're stuck on, you can ask me and I'll help you. But the last thing I have to say is in no way am I telling you guys to defy your parents. I'm not telling you to do stupid stuff or whatever and anything like that. If your parent says something and you still live under their house, please respect them, but go about it in maybe a different way and stuff like that. But please just don't cause a big issue. If they say no, keep researching, you keep doing whatever, just don't disrespect them, because if you disrespect them, that's just going to be even more of a big deal and blah blah blah. So you guys know what I mean. But yes, I hope this helped you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. And until next time, blessed be, and bye.